All right, I am pulling up to a house for photos, so let's hope it's nice and photo ready. Okay, I am notoriously bad at remembering to film videos, but I'm going to try my best to film enough to create a video of what a week in the life of a realtor is like. Just a little tidbits here and there. It's not going to be anything too crazy for this first video ever, but I'm excited. I actually came to check on this house last night and it was dark, so I did not step into the backyard. And sometimes you show up and realize that you have to move a bunch of stuff before photos. So let's put all this stuff in the garage.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females made you just to trick me, trick me, trick me, trick me. 'Cause baby girl, you are so easy for me.
All right, and just like that, it is Saturday and I am getting ready for an open house. Today, I have some stuff that I need to drop off at a house that's actually down the street from me for one of our other agents. And then I'm headed to Dallas to hold a condo open and I'm super excited. So I've actually never done a condo transaction. So I am very excited to hopefully successfully complete one this year. Or if not this year, maybe early next year. My friends, these are some very, very good friends of mine. They're actually friends that, it's really funny, told me when I first got into the business, very politely, they said, hey, you know, we love that you're getting into the business. We just want to let you know, like, our aunt is a real estate agent. So, like, please don't ever let there be hard feelings if we use her. And I was like, oh my gosh, never. I totally understand. Like, everyone knows a real estate agent. And to me, frankly, it's more important that you keep your family happy. And, you know, if using a family member as a real estate agent over me is what's going to keep your family happy, like, absolutely do that. However, they came back to me this year and said, actually, we think you're going to be better, so we're going to use you. So I was super excited. Call this my work makeup. I just do really, really simple because I am slightly alt. So the second I start to pull out eyeliner or something, to me, I think what looks normal to me does not look normal to regular people. While I'm fixing my hair, I realized I never even really introduced myself. So let's go over some facts while I'm doing my bangs. So I got into real estate. I started taking classes in 2023. I was a full-time bartender, so I did not take them quickly. Like, it took me probably every bit of 6 months. And I started maybe in March. So then by the time I was actually taking the exams, I thought it would be really silly to just start, because you have to pay a lot of dues and the dues are yearly. So to me, it didn't make any sense to start paying dues until 2024. So because I didn't take my classes until because I didn't take my exams until late 2023, I did not actually get fully licensed until January of 2024, which is when I joined Keller Williams. Me and my boyfriend did this together. We kind of went in with the idea that we were going to be our own team. Everyone in the office thought we were married, so they were kind of treating us like a team anyway. And then we quickly realized it was like a little more upfront than we thought, so we had to keep bartending essentially. So our first year was rough, y'all. Like, we basically tried to do 3 leases and essentially all 3 had a problem and completely fell out. So we just did not have a very successful first year. We thought we were doing everything right and it just seemed like we kept getting slapped in the face. So we were almost sitting there thinking like, wow, this really might not be for us. We're gonna be part of the statistic that tries and then immediately leaves. When I'm doing my hair, I always like to throw in a few extra curls. Clearly I have naturally curly hair, but naturally wavy curly hair. But I do like to add in a few fake curls. Anyway, so after that year, we both decided to go into referral status only, which is where essentially it's way less dues, way more affordable, and then you can still do referrals, and my mom was still in the office at the time. So basically we went into referral status only, and then essentially a month later I found out TLC was hiring for an assistant. which is the team I'm on now. So I saw that and I was basically like, that's my job. I will do whatever it takes to get that job. So I thankfully applied, interviewed. That's the most nervous I've ever been for an interview in my life, which I don't even think I've ever told technically the owners of our team that. I think they would think that that's really funny because they really did. They immediately loved me, which is amazing. It's such a wonderful confidence booster when people immediately kind of think that you're going to fit in with them. So thankfully they loved me. I landed that role, and they wondered, how quickly I would like to go into production. They were pretty much immediately like, yeah, you're going to be an assistant, but we want you to go into production eventually. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm happy to step back into production in maybe, a year, 2 years. And my sweet boss, Heather, was basically like, oh, I was really thinking 3 to 6 months. So I was like, well, okay, that was way quicker. It's honestly quicker, not quicker than I wanted, but quicker than I assumed they would want me to do that. So yeah, I got back into production in June, July, really July. And since then I actually completed 10 transactions in my first really 5 to 6 months. So I was very pleased with that. And here we are in January of 2026. I have already completed 2 transactions. They are only leases, but I will never discredit a lease because in my opinion, a lease now is a buyer later. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm about to go do an open house and hopefully we get some buyers today. I'm here at my open house in Dallas. This is the condo listing I was telling y'all about earlier. Let me give y'all a little look around and I'll show you my setup. So you walk right into this beautiful, let me go into 0.5 actually. There we go. So we walk right in and this is a lot of space. This is almost 1,300 square feet. This is actually one of my favorite little aspects because I am a cat person. I could totally see myself putting the litter box in here and just cutting a little hole and just making that a little cat room. Yeah, this is super cool. It's on Travis Street. The one icky thing is I cannot figure out how to turn this bathroom light on. So no light in here today. So this is kind of my setup. I have seller guides, buyer guides, little candles, feedback. Unfortunately, my iPad ran out of battery this morning and I did not realize it was dead. So I had to pivot and we're gonna do handwritten sign-ins. I also have a sign-in that you can scan. This is a little bit of the listing agent stuff. Because we're on the same team, I don't mind leaving it out. If this was a different team, I would put it away. These are my cards though. Let's take a look. This is a nice big kitchen. It is a galley kitchen, but it's really long. So actually, I don't know if this is technically considered a galley kitchen. Backyard is nice. All right, let's head on upstairs. We walk right up. This is where the laundry is. Nice stackable laundry. Love that light fixture. Now, the rooms here are pretty big, but they're also sort of a roommate plan. So what I mean by that is they're perfectly mirrored in the same size. 2 nice closets in each room. Closets are the same on this side. And there you go. I'm gonna make my way back downstairs, turn on a little bit of music, and hope that I get a buyer today. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. No one has come in yet. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. Someone did come in for a showing. Oh, you're falling over. So what I typically do when people aren't immediately coming in is I typically film a few TikToks. I save them and then post them throughout the week. Then I will start listening to our book club book. For TLC, we do a book club book, and we are doing a new one this coming week, which has a name probably. I don't know what it is. I'll put it right here. But I'm gonna look that up and then probably just start listening to that. I'm allergic to reading. I don't read. No, I'm just kidding. I joke that I don't know how to read after I graduated from college. College sucked away all of my joy of reading. Unfortunately, I just was never not reading something academic and I sort of lost the joy for reading. However, I do think at some point I want to try to reignite my love for reading and read a few books for pleasure. My mother-in-law actually is an author and wrote a book. So the first book I read for pleasure will be hers. Shout out Lori. If you haven't read it, it's The Accidental Boyfriend, because I haven't read it either and I need to. I'm a terrible daughter-in-law. But so on this channel, I'm thinking that I want to do a kind of blend of actual helpful content for honestly every type of buyer, but I think I'm going to probably focus on first-time buyers at the beginning, and then I'll maybe expand a little bit more. I'm probably going to do a mix of fun content, just kind of day in the life, what my life is like, what my life is like as a real estate agent, what my life is like outside of real estate. I'll probably film some fun things to do around DFW. I don't know, this could go anywhere. I am very chaotic natured as a person, so this channel could just turn into an everything channel. All right, so it's incredibly sunny, which is why I'm facing awkwardly this way. I actually have to drop off a check with my sister today, and she happens to work in a very beautiful custom model home built by J. Anthony. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all a little bit of that today too. I thought that would be a really fun thing to add into my first video ever. All right, and just like that, that is my first kind of weekly video. I think I only ended up filming 3 days, I guess, including today. Hopefully we'll get a little bit better at this as time goes on and give y'all a little more information. As I'm editing this together, I am realizing that I kind of have a lot of gaps and a lot of blank spaces to fill in. But yeah, I don't know. I am going to be doing some homework over the next few weeks to just kind of see what people want to see. And I'm really excited. I'm excited to see if I continue this. I'm excited to see if it grows. So anyway, I'm also gonna have to come up with like a little sign off. So that'll be changing as time goes on too. But for now, I'm just gonna say bye. Y'all be good.